Hi everybody, how was my last tutorial part about the indefinite adverbs of frequency in the German language? Do write your comments in the comment section. Now before studying this tutorial part, which is linked to the previous tutorial part 1 of course, please not only check out the previous two tutorials on the adverbs, but also especially check out my tutorial 7 part 3 and tutorial 10 parts 3 and 4, which describe the negation of verbs and nouns in the German language. So moving on, positioning in German is die Stellung. Also note at this point that as I mentioned in my previous tutorials that nouns ending in keit like Häufigkeit, which is frequency, have the article die, meaning that they are feminine nouns. In the same way, do note that nouns that end with ung are feminine nouns in German too. So they will come with the article die. Now, as you can see here, the positioning of the indefinite adverbs of frequency is looking similar to the positioning of the definite adverbs of frequency and similar to the positioning of the adverbs of time in my previous tutorials. So yes, you will not see that much of difference, but still there are some additional things that I want to show you in the positioning. So first of all, the indefinite adverbs of frequency are positioned after the main conjugated verb in a sentence. Beispiel ohne Negation, example without negation. And let's assume that we have the situation of a mother talking to her kids. So she says, ihr macht immer die Hausaufgaben. So she's happy because she's saying you always do the homework. And let's take the example with negation. Beispiel mit Negation. Ihr macht nicht immer die Hausaufgaben. Now this time the mother is angry at her kids and she is saying to them, you don't always do the homework. So you sometimes do the homework, but you don't always do it. Now, in this negation, there are two possibilities. So we can have the possibility of negating the adverb immer, or there is the possibility of negating the whole sentence. So there is the possibility of the word nicht or not coming before the adverb, and there is the possibility of nicht coming at the end of the sentence. As in, ihr macht immer die Hausaufgaben nicht. Now you might wonder, what is the difference between these two sentences? Now they look similar, but there is a grammatical difference between these two sentences. The first sentence is negating the adverb, and the mother is angry at her children that they don't always do the homework. Meaning they do the homework sometimes but not always. The second sentence means that she is saying to her children that you do everything else but never the homework. So the second sentence is actually saying that they don't do the homework at all, but they do everything and anything else except the homework. So it means that they will be playing, maybe they will be fighting, etc., but they will not be doing the homework. In the first sentence, it means that they don't always do the homework, but they still sometimes do the homework. And even though the sentence is not showing it, but the way we say the sentence can also kind of tell the emotion of the person. So if the mother is angry in the first case that the kids don't always do the homework, but they sometimes do the homework, then in the second case, the mother is even more angry because they do everything else except the homework. So these two sentences do show differences in the meaning. Then we have the second possibility of how the indefinite adverbs of frequency are positioned, which is at the beginning of a German sentence. Beispiel ohne Negation, example without negation. Manchmal backe ich Kuchen. Sometimes I bake a cake. Now the adverb is at the beginning of the sentence. Let's take the same example but with negation, mit Negation. Manchmal backe ich keinen Kuchen. Sometimes I do not bake a cake. Here, kein is the negation word used with the ending en because Kuchen, which is the cake, is masculine masculine in German, it is der Kuchen, and backen is a regular German verb that uses the accusative grammar case in the German language. And then we have the last possible positioning of the indefinite adverbs of frequency, which is after the personal pronoun in a German question. Example without negation, Beispiel ohne Negation. Spielst du Klavier? So this is a question asking, do you play the piano? And the reason I haven't put in any indefinite adverb of frequency is because I want to show you again two possible negations. So this is a general question to anyone, do you play the piano? Now negation possibilities are two types. One is spielst du nicht Klavier? So, do you not play the piano? But with this Klavier and the verb spielen, you can use nicht or you can use kein. So again, in order to understand why we can actually use either of these two negation words in this case, but you haven't seen in other cases, you do need to check out my tutorial 7 part 3 and tutorial 10 parts 3 and 4. This is such a noun-verb combination that can be in the negation using either nicht or kein. So the question can be spielst du nicht Klavier? But you can also ask spielst du kein Klavier? In any case, both questions, whether you use nicht or kein, mean, do you not play the piano? The second possible form of negation is spielst du nie Klavier? Or spielst du niemals Klavier? Nie and niemals are synonyms, so they mean the same, which is never. So the question is, do you never play the piano? So what I want to show you in these two possible negation questions is you need to remember that if you use nicht in a German sentence or question, then it cannot come along with nie or niemals. And if you use kein in a German sentence or question, it cannot come together with nie or niemals. So you will never ask, do you not never play the piano? Or do you not never go shopping, etc. So this is grammatically wrong in both English and German languages. So that was all for today. Any questions related to this entire tutorial, you can ask in the comment section. Please like my videos and continue watching the tutorials. Also, do not forget to subscribe to German tutorials for beginners and share my channel's name and link with your friends. Thank you.